let's see what spirit, God, universe, source, higher self, angels, whatever higher power you believe in. Let's see what message they want to share with you today. Go ahead and clear the vibes, as always. What are you needing to hear today? I was going to do a love reading, so I had my love reading deck out, but I don't actually feel called to do a love reading. This feels internal to me, so we're going to use the deck that is all about that. This deck is called Your Feelings Are Valid Oracle deck. What is spirit, God, universe, source, angels, higher self, spirit guides wanting to tell you today? What are you needing to focus on? What are you needing to let go of? I literally almost said, what are you needing to forgive? Who are you needing to forgive? And this card comes out. Okay. What's coming up for me is forgiving yourself. We'll have some more cards come out, see if it's forgiving anyone else. But I think forgiving yourself is the first step. Forgive yourself for the decisions you've made. Forgive yourself for the pain that you have caused yourself. I'll be vulnerable with you for a minute, and I'll let you know I have been essayed, and a part of myself has blamed myself for that, but I've pretty much forgiven myself for that. I still feel like there's some like little part of me inside here somewhere that hasn't completely forgiven myself for putting myself in that situation. But it's a process, and healing is non-linear, so with time. The next card that came out is worry. Maybe you're worried about forgiving yourself. Maybe part of you feels like, if I forgive myself, it'll happen again. Yeah. Or you could feel like you don't deserve to be forgiven. Also, you can forgive and not forget, and that is totally okay. And that will prevent you from that fear that's like, if I forgive myself, it'll happen again. Because you can forgive and still remember what happened and make decisions accordingly so it doesn't happen again. The next card is fed up. Okay, I'd like to mention now, because what's coming up for me a lot with this reading is like very centered around yourself, around your views on yourself, your interactions with yourself. But I like to mention in every video, please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and feel free to make your own assumptions about any of the cards that come out. Okay, so with the fed up card, what's coming up for me is fed up with yourself. Again, this can be fed up for decisions that you made, for where you are in your life right now, for whatever, XYZ. But it's time to forgive yourself. It's time to let that go. You deserve to be forgiven. You deserve to release what is no longer serving you. You deserve to be happy. With the fed up card, it could also be fed up with people in your life. Like maybe you are wanting to be a new and improved version of yourself, but you have so many people around you, or like they say you are, I don't know how it's worded exactly, but basically the 5 people that you spend most of your time with, you kind of become that. So like, one, who are you spending time with? And have you introduced this new version of yourself to those people? And also, are those people respecting this new version of yourself? Or are they still treating you like the version they've always known? If that's the case, you may want to set some boundaries. For example, I'm not available to speak about X, Y, and Z anymore because it's no longer aligned with me, or I'm no longer choosing that story. Or you can just say, I want to move on from that. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out for you. Intrusive thoughts is the next card. What do those look like for you? Is it while you're driving and you're just like, what if I'm just like, oop? Is it like that? Or like, what is the degree? What are they? How serious are they? Would you benefit from therapy or counseling of sorts? What's coming up for me is intrusive thoughts about yourself. Just like, oh, I'm never gonna achieve anything, or I peaked in high school, or whatever the case may be. It just feels like negative self-talk. Like you're wanting to become this new and improved version of yourself, but you are holding on to all these old ideas, perspectives, beliefs about yourself. But that's not who you are anymore, bestie. Embrace the version of yourself that you want to be. And whenever those intrusive thoughts come up of like, oh, you're not going to make it, you're not going to be successful, or oh, it can happen to them, but it's not going to happen to you, say no. That was the old version of me. Listen up, ego, whatever, shadow self. Like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. That was the old me. This is the new me. I'm not like that anymore. That version of me is not me. She died. She died. Okay? Let me see if any other cards want to come out for you before we wrap this up. But just be nice to yourself today, this week. Work on improving that inner dialogue, that inner self-talk that you have. Okay, the next card is sorrow. You may need to mourn the death of this old version of yourself. Because she's got you to where you are today. Maybe you could write a letter to her expressing gratitude, saying thank you for getting me to where I am today, for getting us to where we are today. But you're no longer needed. I love you, and I appreciate you, and I release you. Something along the lines of that. But allow that past version of yourself to go in peace and appreciate her for getting you to where you are today. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end it off there. Thank you so much for being here. If this message resonated with you, drop a like, comment if you feel called to do so, and subscribe so you can see more messages from me that are meant for you. Okay, bye, I love you.